Hello everyone, I hope everyone is great and doing well. So I finally decided to make a video to explain basically my personal finances and how do I go about finances, especially in a concept called money systems. This is a concept I came onto basically when I was reading a lot of finance books and watching a lot of finance videos on how to make money, and each one was telling me some books told me that okay, you need to invest in real estate to become a millionaire, you need to invest in stocks, bonds, you need to start trading, you need to start a business. Everyone had their own opinion, but what I found out in the end was they all had money systems. How they did it was through a money system. It wasn't real estate by itself, or gold, or long-term investing by itself. So this is a concept I want to share in this video today. Yeah, there's center topic here, but let's go through how we can set our money systems. I'm just gonna use this flowchart as an explanation aid. So let's start with money systems. What are money systems? Money systems basically, I call it money system, but that's not their official name. They're basically systems that generate money for you. Alright, so basically, as any system, these money systems have parts. They're classified into active elements. They're classified into active elements and passive elements. So let's write that down. Passive elements. What I mean by active elements is that there are elements that you need to put effort in, basically, to get money back. You need to put your time and effort in order to get money back. An example of that would be your job. Your job is a very common and typical example. Then there is trading. Trading is something you put time and effort in order to make some money, and also business, right? And for the passive money element, basically, it can be something that you put time in initially. What you'll realize that there's nothing passive about the passive elements. So what you initially do is you put your time and effort and money in order to make something that gives you a flow of passive income. So that's an example of that would be real estate, gold and silver, let's say, gold and silver, or stocks, investing in stocks and holding it for the long term, not trading. So they're very different. Alright, so these are basically the elements of setting up your money system. So let me just show you an example of how a money system would look like. So basically, you need to have a storage, which would be a bank. A typical storage would be a bank for your money, and choosing an active element, let's say job, and let's say you bought some real estate, right? So what's happening here is that money from the bank, if money from your job is going to the bank, and then you didn't find enough, let's say you didn't have enough capital to pay fully for the real estate, so you're going to be on a payment plan which you'll be paying for a couple of years. So you're paying the real estate, right? So assuming 2 years pass by and you pay the complete value of the real estate, what would then happen is okay, what would then happen is real estate would be paying you and putting money in your bank account. So a typical and most common money system people have, which is more than 90% of money system people have, is this: a job giving you money, putting money in your bank account, and then you have some expenses, right? So money going in, money going out. So in order to reach that level of financial freedom and time freedom, and I don't like using the word financial freedom, but financially satisfied and time freedom, having time to do whatever you want, you should have other active or passive sources of income, right? So let me show you an example what would happen if you have a real estate and the real estate you've paid it off completely. Let's go for do that. We have real estate, we have paid it off completely, and it's paying us. It's putting money in the bank account, right? In this case, you can now buy another real estate, and make this real estate pay for the second real estate, right? And still your job would be paying you and you'd have your expenses getting fully completed until both of the real estate end up paying you. Real estate paying you, putting money in your bank account. Once you reach the stage, a simple, basically, if you hate your job, you could just quit your job and you'd have your source of income coming in each month. So this is typically how a money system works, and basically this is really basic. You could go to much more complex, where you add gold, stocks, business, trading, and you can basically, based on your personal taste, you can have your own money system. So I've showed you now what money systems are, the elements of money systems, and also it's an example of a basic money system. So once you reach the stage and you have your own money systems and define your own money system, there are certain you'd want to quantify them. I want to use this word, yes. You'd want to quantify them. So to quantify them, you need certain metrics, right? And those metrics could be the risk / reward of each element, money element, and you need to each money element would have its own dynamics. It's market dynamics, basically. It has its own peak periods and downfall periods. And also there are certain statistics that help you understand these dynamics and these risks. So as you see here, we have made our money systems. Yes, here's an example of money system. We have different elements of money systems, and each of these elements can be defined either by risk and reward. They have their own dynamics, and they have certain statistics that we need to watch in order to quantify that money system. And using all these three, you can end up with a number. Let me show you here. Let's say you have real estate. The risk to reward for real estate, assuming this is very random, but risk reward is 2, let's say. The dynamics is that expo is near. No, expo is here actually. Expo is here, and rents have increased. And some statistics to look at are for example, number of sales or average rental price in a certain location. Alright? So you can do that for every piece of asset you own or element in the money system. So what's also nicer and I haven't seen much people do it, by the way, this is something really new, is that you can use generally tech, I call it tech, but generally software, AI, machine learning and all that, to actually give you accurate values of each of these elements, basically. So you can have a much more efficient and rewarding money system. So that's pretty much it in general, what money systems are and how you can track them, quantify them, the different elements. So what I'm planning to do is in the future videos is to go through each element, basically. Maybe not the job, but trading, business, real estate, gold and stocks, gold, silver and stocks, and explain further about each money systems in money elements in details. Share with you my experiences, what I know and what my opinions are about these, what has worked for me, what has not worked for me. And I hope this provides you much value and you can set up your own money system. And also I'll be available for any questions you guys have. You can put it down in the comment section below, but I'm going to be sharing this video in the Discord group, so maybe you can have a chat there. And also that's pretty much it, yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and this is basically the first video out of many videos that I'm gonna make in order to share value about money systems, my experiences and what I've learned through my ways. And I hope you find this useful, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you very much.